The following is an excerpt from this week's Eye-Opener report. The full report is now available for viewing by subscribers of boilingfrogspost.com. This report will be made available to the general public in 3 weeks' time. The popular conception of the police state, derived mainly from works of science fiction, revolves heavily around the deployment of exotic technologies for keeping the populace firmly under the thumb of an authoritarian government. Winston Smith and the characters of 1984 were surveilled by the omnipresent telescreens. The inhabitants of the Brave New World were controlled by their government-administered soma drugs and hypnopædia indoctrination. Enemy of the State introduced the viewer to worldwide telephone and satellite surveillance. Philip K. Dick's Minority Report had its robotic tracking bugs. And all manner of science fiction has featured pain devices that cause the protagonist to double over in pain at the click of a button. Perhaps it's the frequency with which these devices are presented to us in fictionalized form that prevents many from noticing that this technology is not the stuff of sci-fi fantasy, but increasingly a part of our everyday lives.
Under the Future Attribute Screening Technologies, or FAST program, the Department of Homeland Security is developing innovative physiological and behavioral screening technologies to streamline the screening process at security checkpoints.
From the outside, the ZBV looks like an ordinary delivery van, allowing it to blend in to urban and other landscapes. Yet, as it passes by cars, trucks, containers, and other objects, its unparalleled X-ray screening system provides photo-like images, detecting explosives, weapons, contraband, and stowaways.
Neighbors accustomed to livestock and wide-open land had no idea what to make of all this. Black trucks, satellite dishes, a radar swirling, and a portable launch pad with something covered up. At the entrance to this Waller County ranch was a Houston police roadblock, checking all the dignitaries arriving for this secret test. Their invitation spelled out no media allowed. We tried to ask this HPD lieutenant on his way back out.
They'll be coming out here in a minute.
They all gathered around the launch pad, big shots with police departments from all over the Houston area. And now, the show they came for, the test you were not supposed to see. It's an unmanned drone aircraft. HPD, the Federal Department of Homeland Security, and other invited guests all watching to see how this drone could be used for police work in and around Houston.
Morse has a full facial recognition system, iris technology recognition, and then fingerprint matching capabilities, all in the field and done from a common iPhone.
It's new. It looks harmless enough, right? Well, but it could light up like a Roman candle. Check that out. It's a crowd buster, a non-lethal way to take the fight out of an angry crowd. Watch it in action. Okay, well, these are volunteers, we hope, and you and I call it a heat ray. The Army calls it an active denial system. Millimeter waves that make you feel like your skin is on fire.
You've been watching an excerpt of this week's Eye-Opener report. To continue watching the report, please log into boilingfrogspost.com.